Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How you doing, Eddie?
Going
Good.
on?
How long has Mike and Joe been playing?
Well, we've been around for a couple of years.
You've been you've been
How
around,
long? It's been a while.
yeah. But you guys are still like 25 years old, right? So
That's, that's right.
Trying to be.
so
Okay, sorry.
you guys are coming to Naperville. Tell us about your show.
You know, we were invited to play in Naperville last year for one of the Naper nights, and it was amazing. It was one of the highlights of the summer. It was fantastic. Really went well. We were excited, and then to be asked back again, we're just fired up. It's just a really great, just a great night for us.
Well, you guys are like local legends, and the cool thing about it is that you can play anything. I've seen you before when you played everything. I don't know, Blink 182 or I'm trying to think of some other bands. But then you pick up on new stuff so fast.
Thanks, first of all, and that's good. Where we hope people appreciate that. We do try to stay current. I mean, obviously there's a lot of mainstay music from the '90s, which is kind of what we came up on. That we love, and I think a lot of our fan base loves. But we really started this band as a kind of an alternative rock band, and so we were doing current stuff when we first started, and we try to maintain that element within the band while still keeping a foot in some of that '90s and later stuff.
Now, when I was
with a few '80s tunes thrown in as well.
Now, when I was doing Eddie and Jobo, there was also like 4 or 5 producers, and there's other people. So there's more than just Mike and Joe in the band, right?
Absolutely.
That's actually pretty funny. Yes, there are. We started as an acoustic duo. That's how we got into the industry, and but after a few years playing like that, it was at Mike's. We disagreed about it. I didn't want to add more band members. Mike was really adamant about wanting to do that, and he won that argument. And I have to say that I'm glad he did at this point. But there are 4 of us, 4 of us total.
The other 2 not like that their name isn't out there, or they think, hey, the hell with it, we get a lot of work?
Now, Aaron and Corey, if they had their druthers, I'm sure they would rename the band Aaron and Corey. But no, I think they've kind of understood, and they've been great about it, and they're super talented, and we're lucky to have them.
I know you guys have a big fan base. So is that part of the reason you just like the name Mike and Joe? Have you ever considered changing it to anything? I don't think you should, but have you ever thought about it?
Well, actually, we did change the name. We tried to. There were a while back, right when we put the band together, we did try to change. We tried to just come up with a band name instead of Mike and Joe, but the fan base just didn't buy it. They're like, okay, fellas, nice try, but Mike and Joe is it, and we just stopped fighting it after a while, and okay, it is what it is.
The bar owners and managers were like, "Oh, you're changing the name? Okay, that's great." And then they would put Mike and Joe on the marquee anyway.
Yeah,
Well,
they didn't care.
Well, after a while,
exactly.
that's what people know, and that's what they remember. I mean, I when I see it listed on any club or festival, I go, "Oh, that's good. It must be a good festival if they got those guys because you have a great reputation." So, what do you
Very kind.
Run down some of the artists you guys do, just for people that are getting ready for this, because I'm going to see you guys there. I'm coming out.
Awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
fantastic. Yeah, Mike's the one that handles the set list, so I'll let him field that one.
We're going to kind of range from, like you had mentioned, Blink 182, Sublime, U2, Pearl Jam, all the way up to some, Maroon 5, One Republic, our own versions of some, like, Justin Timberlake or
and some current material too. Just top 40. We'll kind of handpick songs that we think suit us well too, and so that's the new stuff that we'll want to learn.
Exactly.
I sing in a cover band myself, but our music is more from the Paleozoic or Jurassic era. But
fine era.
But when you here's one of our hits. No, but
that is a tough one to pull off. I'll tell you what.
Always a crowd pleaser, yeah.
But has one of you ever like lost your voice and the other one have to pick up the slack, or is there multiple singers, or what do you do?
Mike's like Superman. Mike handles the majority of the lead vocal, and the guy's just money. He doesn't lose his voice very much. It has happened over the years. And, so the band has to pick up the slack, of course. But, we're pretty good. We're pretty solid.
We'd like to do a 20-minute instrumental now. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So.
The instruments get a lot longer when Mike is sick, yeah.
Yeah.
That's being very nice. But Joe, we both handle the lead vocal responsibilities. And there have definitely been times where a voice has been lost.
Yeah.
Usually, I'd say it was more in the early days after like a spring break or something along those lines. But it's those things take their toll. But yeah, we've always somehow found a way to work it out and kind of gut it through.
What's the coolest?
Among the four of us.
What's the coolest location or biggest crowd you've ever played for?
It's really hard to say what the biggest crowd would be. We've played so many shows. There was a time when I could remember every single show. If someone named a show, like, "Hey, you were here and this year in this location," I'd be like, "Oh, I totally remember that." Of course, now there's just too many, and so the biggest crowds in general are some of the summer festival crowds, and but it would be, I think, just too difficult to say. Like some of these summer fests are just huge. There's 10,000 people out there. Right. Who knows how many at times.
So I
think we did play Taste. Was it Taste of Chicago at one point a long time ago?
I saw you at that one, yeah, because you had a following then. For anybody who's never seen Mike and Joe, it's always a great time, whether it's downtown before a Cubs game or after a Cubs game or a festival. Or this is going to be great. Naper Nights on Friday night.
Cool setting too to watch a band. It's great.
Well,
look forward to it.
I was too starstruck to come up and say hi last time, but this time I will. So
we'll be expecting you.
All right,
and vice versa.
Okay,
all right, Eddie.
All right, have a great time, and we'll see you there.
All right, see you soon.
Okay, bye.